What's going on, everyone? It's the Fake Weeb here, and today we got a banger chapter for Jujutsu Kaisen. But before I continue any further, I'd just like to remind you guys that there won't be a new chapter next week, as the series will be going on a 1-week break. So look forward to the next chapter on the 12th of June. Also, if you're a huge Hakari fan, then you were in for a treat, because Hakari went absolutely insane in this chapter. He just flexed his super overpowered abilities on us, and yeah, there's quite a lot to discuss with that and the future of this battle. So as always, guys, before we get on to the review, I would kindly appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video, as that would help me out a ton, and consider subscribing to the channel for some more awesome Jujutsu Kaisen manga videos appearing in your sub feed. With all that out of the way, let's get back to the video. Alright, so we start off with this very nice cover page of Hakari, who is all hyped up, getting ready to throw hands, and he does just that on the next page. His cursed energy is so enormous that even when Kashimo blocks his swing, it still sends him flying through multiple shipping containers. Now remember, 2 chapters ago, Kashimo was able to block Panda's unblockable drumming beat attack, but he's not able to block one of Hakari's single punches, which tells you how strong Hakari is right now. With the amount of cursed energy that he has, his raw punch is stronger than one of Panda's best attacks that's supposedly unblockable. Hakari follows through with his punch and tries to kick Kashimo, but barely misses him. We see that Kashimo got his nose bleeding from Hakari's initial punch. Hakari comments, "Feels a little numb, huh?" And Hajime notices that Hakari is ignoring his cursed energy special properties. We learned in his fight with Panda that Hajime's special properties are his cursed energy being the properties of electricity. This isn't Hajime's cursed technique. He isn't creating electricity or lightning, at least not yet, if, that is his future cursed technique, but rather his cursed energy alone feels like electricity, just like how Hakari's cursed energy feels rough like sandpaper. It feels like it has an edge. So when Hajime strikes an opponent, a positive charge is transferred, and we see that in his fight with Panda, how Panda was getting zapped or shocked while fighting Hajime. We also see that in his fight with Hakari, but Hakari is just ignoring the shocks like he doesn't even feel it. This is due to the amount of cursed energy that Hakari has and is outputting. Hajime also mentions that there's been this weird music playing ever since Hakari came into the battlefield, but we'll talk more about that later. Hajime and Hakari then both reveal their names to each other, and Hakari realizes that this is the Hajime with 100 points in the culling games. So he asks if he can use his 100 points when he wins the battle. Kashimo replies by saying sure, if you tell me where Sukuna is, and if you'll be alive after all of this. But instead of Hakari giving him a reply, he starts going into a trance. Suddenly, he feels the surging cursed energy pulsing within him, and the scene is very reminiscent of Hisoka's weird orgasms from Hunter x Hunter. Kashimo uses this opportunity to land attacks on Hakari, and he thinks that Hakari just suddenly lost the will to fight. But that's not the case, as Hakari replies with a single punch that sends Kashimo flying away, and Hakari is so fast that he basically transports from his original location to where Kashimo is sent flying, kicking him, and then they start fighting again. Seeing that entire fighting sequence reminds me of Gojo versus Jogo in episode 7 of the anime, where Gojo was just beating Jogo to a pulp while Jogo was just flying through the forest. After a couple of nice counterattacks from the both of them, Kashimo says that it's accumulated enough. that he can send a lightning can't miss attack, and that lightning dissipates Hakari's left arm. Hajime believes that this is his chance to finish him, but he gets countered by Hakari with a kick. He realizes how fast Hakari is as he's able to move from one location to another in an instant. Hakari comes in close and surprises Kashimo with a punch from his left arm that was supposedly dissipated from Hajime's lightning attack. So how is this possible? How did he heal his left arm? Well, we get an explanation on the next page. When Hakari hit the jackpot inside his domain expansion, his prize is that during that round, infinite cursed energy will flow through him, and the effect of that jackpot lasts 4 minutes and 11 seconds, which is the length of the theme song for Pure Love Train, his manga-themed pachinko machine. It is not reverse curse technique, as it states that Hakari can't use reverse curse technique, but the effects of the infinite cursed energy caused his body to reflexively perform reverse curse technique in order to avoid damage. So I guess it kinda makes sense, because when someone does have infinite cursed energy, since it's infinite, your body might as well will just naturally perform reverse curse technique to any wounds it sees to. In other words, in that 4 minutes and 11 seconds, Hakari is basically immortal, which is insane. However, Hajime notices that the music is ending and the flow of his cursed energy is slowing at the same time. This means that the round is almost over, but Hakari just uses his domain expansion again as he plans to reset, hit another jackpot, and then start a brand new round. The chapter ends with the narrator saying that as long as Hakari continues to hit a jackpot, he can use his domain expansion as many times as he wants. Oh my goodness, that is so hype. I absolutely love the way Hakari's abilities work. There's something so satisfying and refreshing about it. Obviously, it's super powerful, but it also makes sense with the way he can just constantly use his domain expansion if he keeps hitting a jackpot. I mean, I could be wrong, but at first, I thought Hakari could just stack his jackpots inside his domain, and then if the opponent gave up, then they would get out of the domain, but the effects of the reward would still last a certain amount of time outside in the real world, right? But to my interpretation, after reading this chapter, it looks like once Hakari hits one jackpot inside his domain, then they automatically go back to the real world, and the prize or reward Hakari gets from hitting that jackpot lasts the lengths of the theme song for whatever theme the pachinko machine is. So in this case, it was Pure Love Train, and that theme lasts for 4 minutes and 11 seconds. That's what it sounds like, although I could be wrong, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if Hajime can find a way to get out of this mess, because again, once Hakari hits one jackpot, it was described that the next jackpots will be a lot easier and faster to hit, to the point where he could just constantly get jackpots and be unstoppable. Also, we're not sure if the prizes or rewards that Hakari gets will be infinite cursed energy all the time. It could be different, and you know, maybe depending on what the reward is, Hajime can find a way around it, because obviously his rewards for hitting a jackpot will give him a boost in something, but some may be stronger than others, right? Or maybe Hakari just got this one in the bag and will just keep on folding Hajime to the point where he's defeated no matter what rewards he gets. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about his overall abilities, and what did you guys think about this chapter in general? Personally, I thought it was a 10 out of 10, pure hype and enjoyment. Also, like I said at the beginning of the video, there won't be a new chapter next week as the series will be going on a 1-week break. Honestly, Geki has been killing it with Tokyo Colony number 2, so he definitely deserves his breaks, and oh boy, when we come back, we will be witnessing possibly one of the best fights in the series. That is the continuation of Kashimo Hajime versus Kinji Hakari. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching another one of my Jujutsu Kaisen chapter reviews, it's been the Fake Weeb, and I'm out. Peace.